Some days, hope feels like a weight, something I'm supposed to carry and hold on to, but it's heavier than anyone realizes that it could be, heavier than anyone's used to it being. People talk about hope like it's this light, it's this shining thing that keeps you going, that sometimes people don't realize is that sometimes it is. Sometimes hope is this shining thing. But lately, hope's felt more like something I'm holding on to with tired and exhausted hands. Something that's beautiful, because hope is, but it's also heavy. And no one really talks about what happens when your progress just suddenly stops. When all your progress and steps from where you were before are just taken away. And that's why I want to talk about setbacks, because setbacks are something that need to be talked about. So these past few weeks, they've been really rough. It's been about 3 weeks now since I last walked properly. Since I had a major seizure, and it left me with paralysis and weakness in my legs. I used my wheelchair to get around, to move from my bed to my desk chair, to feel like I still have some control. And I've adapted, because you have to. But that doesn't make living with the condition and my symptoms easy. When your body, it suddenly takes everything away from you that used to feel so simple and so normal, like standing, walking, moving freely. It shakes everything, and it shakes you as a whole. Not just physically, but it's the mental side too. It's like your whole world just shrinks and condenses down, and you're forced to relearn how to exist inside this compact circumstance. I keep reminding myself that this is temporary, that things can change again the same way that they did before, that I will be able to walk again. But when days turn into weeks, hope starts to feel like something that I'm carrying uphill. It's still there is still hope, but it's heavy. And that's what it becomes whenever these sort of circumstances are the case. I think one of the hardest parts about chronic illness is that even when you understand in your own brain what is happening, it still hurts. You can accept it, you can adapt to it, but no matter what you do, whether you accept it or you adapt to it, it still hurts. And it's still difficult, you still suffer. There's grief in losing the things that you love doing, losing the abilities that you had before. You were just walking around the room. There's frustration in doing everything right there and still ending up here. Like everything you used to do, there's a difficulty in being able to do it and now not. There's fear that's quiet, familiar fear that maybe things won't go back to how they were. And I think it's okay to admit that that fear is there. To say, I'm struggling right now. And I'm saying that. To say, this is hard. Without sugarcoating the whole situation, it's hard. It's really difficult. Because pretending to be fine doesn't make you strong. And being honest about it, that's what does. When I start to feel the weight getting too heavy, I go back to the small things. I focus on the things that I can do, even if that's just breathing through the moment, even if it's just rolling to the bed or rolling to the desk in the wheelchair, even if it's going to the window and looking outside and seeing the light outside change. I try to stay connected. I text friends. I talk to the carers that come in. I let people in even when I don't want to, even when I want to isolate because of everything I'm going through. And I remind myself that progress isn't about constant improvement. Progress isn't about a constant uphill, steady lift. It's sometimes just about surviving the hard days without losing a grip of yourself. Resting isn't failure. Needing help isn't weakness. And slowing down, that doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean that you're giving up. It just means that you're giving yourself the time that you need. I've learned that even when I can't move the way I used to, I can still grow. I can still find meaning myself. And I can still choose gentleness towards myself, especially in those moments where everything feels completely out of my control. I can still be gentle with myself. And that's really the best way about it. Hope doesn't always feel bright. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's tired. Sometimes a little messy. Sometimes hope just whispers. It whispers to you and tells you, I'm still here. But it's quiet and in the background. And even now, when my world feels smaller, I know that I've survived harder things before. And I've been here before. And I found my way forward back then, and I will again now. So I keep holding on to that, holding on to that strength. And if you're watching this and you're going through your own setback, your own flare up, your own drop in health, whatever you're going through, even if it's not chronic illness related, and it's just a setback in general, please know that you aren't alone. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be exhausted. It's okay to feel like you're struggling, and it's okay to rest. Hope might feel heavy at the moment. It might feel heavy right now. But that doesn't mean that it's gone. It's just resting there with you. You've made it this far, and making it this far, that's enough. You don't need to do anything more than what you were doing. It may take time to get past the setback. The setback might take ages. But there's nothing more you can do other than taking care of yourself and resting when you need to. But if you're dealing with FND and you're struggling with the symptoms, you're struggling with any chronic illness and setbacks from a chronic illness, and you're struggling from anything that isn't a chronic illness that's giving you a setback or anything, you're not on your own. There are people out there dealing with everything that you're dealing with. There is always someone out there dealing with the same thing as you. And it's all about making sure that you know that, because you're not alone. And you've got this. Okay?